Daisy, vente para acá, ven. Hello, hello. Hey guys. So I'm on StreamYard and they finally have allowed Instagram as a live as well. We're trying it out. I don't know how that's working. I feel like it's a little behind. So we'll see how that goes. Daisy is whining because she loves to misbehave when I go live. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I have you on my AirPods because I have a mic, but I don't know where the mic is. Daisy, can you behave for me, please? Yes, we're on live. Okay, good girl. Thank you so much. Please chill. Okay. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Nye. She doesn't at all. Hey, Naomi. How are you? We need to link up for coffee. I'm going to go straight into the project, especially with me being on Instagram. With me being on Instagram, I only have an hour for the live, right? At least on Instagram, right? So I want to keep it pretty quick. We can keep chatting on YouTube and stuff, but in regards to the tutorial, I want to get that out on the first part. This is a project that we'll be working on here. If you see me looking off to the side, is I have the webcam over here, and then I have the computer over here. It's actually, yeah, no, it's not switched, but you know what I mean. The things, all the things. Yes, we do have to get together. I'm a lot more, not a lot more, but I have a lot more availability now with me not having markets and stuff. But excuse me, this is what I have added to. I added a heart to my coffee cozies. Oh, excuse me, Daisy. I've added a heart to my coffee cozies, and I want to do a set of 3. Obviously, I'll sell them individually, but I would like to do a set of 3 as an option for Valentine's Day, right? The easiest way to modify or to make new product is by modifying what you currently have. And this is a simple example of that. I've just done a duplicate stitches, which good God, which is what we will be going over today. And it's going to be to add this heart to the coffee cozy. If you remember, that was about 1 or 2 lives ago, how to create this coffee cozy using your circular knitting machine. You are welcome to do your coffee cozy with standard knitting needles, however you choose, but this will be quick and simple. My tag is in the back, and again, we're going to do the same thing. So basically, for this tutorial, all you're going to need is some scrap yarn, right? You don't need a lot of yarn. Your project that you're going to be doing a duplicate stitch on, ideally knitted. I feel like you can do this. Well, you can't do this on a crochet item. You might be able to embroider something similarly onto a crocheted item, but this is a duplicate stitches for knit projects, right? You have a tapestry needle and some scissors. You always need your scissors for almost every project, right? So this is basically what you need for this project, okay? I have here, we're going to get this out of the way. I don't have any more cream. I have to crank out some more cream. Here we have some scrap yarn. I've already measured this. This is about my arm span from finger to finger and half, right? So it's about arm span and a half. Let's say 2 yards, right? We don't do math here. I measure things with my body because that's what I readily have available. Let's see. Hey, Sandra. Oh, I feel like I just screamed that. Sorry. There's a piece of, I just saw hair somewhere. I don't know if it's mine or Daisy, but here it is. I feel like this is mine. While I was setting up, so I was trying to figure out how to do my setup for this, and I like smashed my finger on the tripod, which is like right here. I just opened up because this has like a little like, it has these little like nozzles, and I opened it and it fell right on my finger. So ouch, but the show must go on because I can't remember the last time I posted something. Exactly. We always need a reason to use scraps, right? We save them. Yeah, so I did the coffee cozy on the machine. The duplicate stitch we're gonna do now by hand with the tapestry needle. The math chat. Let's see. Bruh. That's how I measure things. Who uses yards or anything like, I mean, an inch, if I'm not mistaken, was like a king's something or other. Yeah, y'all know me, okay? I have a crap ton of measuring tapes. Where are they? I don't know. I don't even know if that's gonna be enough, to be frank. But we finna find out tonight, okay? So we're gonna thread our tapestry needle. Okay. This is a quick shortcut on how to do so. You're going to grab the yarn, basically put it over your tapestry needle, pinch, right? We're going to pinch, slide the tapestry needle out, and then with the hole facing you and the opening, you're going to just slide it down on it. Okay, this is what it looks like, and we're just going to pull it through. Hi. Dear, what's your name? I am so sorry. I know Sandy's constantly talking about your name, so your name is blanking on me right now. Share. There we go. That's all I needed was for Sandy. Where would I be without Sandy? I'm so glad you can make my live. I still haven't been able to see one of your lives. I'm always working when you're going live, so I haven't been able to catch one. But hopefully I will be. I need to turn on my notifications for you. I think they're not on. I know I have subscribed. I just haven't turned on my notifications. I definitely need to do that because I need to get one of your lives. I'm just checking over to Instagram, and yeah, you can see both of them. There's no one on there. Oh, there was a Zoom? How have the Zooms been going? All right, so I literally made this at a market when it was like my last market that was super slow. So I'm gonna kind of just count my stitches so I can make sure that they're exactly the same, right? So let's see. Let me zoom in to just one so that I don't want to remove. There we go. All right, so let me do this so that you can see a little bit better, right? So this is my crocheted line here, right? These stitches are crochet single stitches. We're not using this, we're using these, all right? So we're gonna start counting here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the pattern starts on the 8th one. This is the end of my work. I want it to be on this part, like the bottom right on the back. That's how we're doing that. So I'm looking for my V's, right? These are my V, literally right here, here and here, right? Doesn't have to be super centered because again, this can rotate, it can shift, so that's okay. This can also shift. It's still usable, still flexible, and it's only on the outside, right? Duplicate stitches are great for double projects because you can hide all your mess inside, right? It's a little bit thicker and that's okay. I don't have a cup or anything I can put this on, but you guys get the gist. You've seen my coffee cozies. All right, so I set the 8th pattern or the 8th stitch, right? So let me get this back to the bottom right. And then again, this row right here is my single crochets. We're not counting that, we're counting these here. So my V is right here, left down, right down. So we're gonna count up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is where my pattern is gonna start. I'm going to insert my needle right here in this lovely little hole from the back. All right, it doesn't matter where you do it because it's going to get hidden anyways. So we're going to start here And I'm pulling all the way through. I wish I could have my head like tiny in the corner. Let's see. I feel like if I click on this, it's not going to do that. I made this even smaller. Can I move you? I can move you. Look at God. All right, here we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to basically create the same stitch. That's why it's called a duplicate stitch. You're going to create the same V on top with the new yarn. What I like to do is the V above it. Can you see this V here? We're going to take our tapestry needle from right to left solely on this stitch, on that top row, that top layer. We're going to pull through. Let's be mindful that I have left my tail in the back here. All right, we'll fix all the tails at the end once we figure everything out. All right, as you can also see, our right stitch, this was our original stitch that we're duplicating, is covered by the red. When you're doing a duplicate stitch, because he's like right there. You can't even see her because she blends in with the couch. She's right here. She's getting blurred out with the background. I have comments. Let me see. It was fun. Yeah, I need to turn on my notifications for you, Shay. I keep missing your lives and it's frustrating. I want to be there. Oh yeah, this is super easy. Share. Hopefully you can even do this to hats too. You can add the hearts to hats if you'd like. Literally any embroidery shape that you can find. Like if you get the embroidery chart, you can add this to almost anything. You just need the little squares. And I don't think I've done the share screen yet on my computer, but if I can show you guys how, I will show you guys how, at least on a short, if I can't do it now on the live. Yes, I can get in closer. I'll have to drop this lower. Or, well, no. I can move it closer to the screen. Derf. All right. So this is where we're at, 9. Okay. Remember, these are my V's, right? Up here where there's actually light, right? You have V's. So what is it? Peaks and valleys. These are your valleys. It's going down. Your valleys here. Okay. This goes up. This goes down. This is our stitch. As you can see here, wait, Daisy, ma'am, I understand you'd like to play fetch. Now is not the time. Come. Oh, Jesus Christ. I done dropped my tapestry needle. Hopefully it's still attached to the yarn. I was fine, y'all. I was fine. But it's whenever I go live. Did I show you this yet? It hurts. It hurts a lot. I'm trying not to show you because it's a little gross. But yes. Okay, so we insert it down here. Let me know if you can see, 9. We insert it down here at the bottom of the valley. And we went through these 2 stitches up here. The stitch right above it. Okay? Trying to make sure I'm in light because my light source is coming from this direction. So there's some shadow down here. Now what we're going to do is insert right back into this V. But that's going to allow us to cover the left side of the valley. Right? But what we're going to do is instead of going all the way through to the back, like when we inserted it initially, we're going to move up to our next stitch. Right? So I'm going to leave this kind of here in the background so you can see it. The next row, because this is our pattern, right? The next row has 3 valleys. All right, so I like to go right to left. You can do left to right. It's all personal preference. Most right-handed individuals tend to go right to left. But depending on the rows as well, I might just go back and forth. It's whatever it's easiest for you. As you go doing this, you see what's better for you, what you're more comfortable with, etc. Right? This is a little hard to kind of explain and show you guys as we go along because you're not going to be able to see it that well because the opening, but I will try to show you guys as best as I can. It would have been nicer on like on a flat surface. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert my needle into the same opening, the very first entrance that we did. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim for this hole right here. I'm going to come out this way while staying within this side of the work. I don't want to peek through all the way to the back. I want to stay in that middle space between this side and this side. Does that make sense? I know I'm not, I can't explain anything. This is why I don't do tutorials, y'all. So we're inserting on this side of our work only. We're not trying to go through. We're going to say only on this side. All right. So what does that mean, right? Let me bring in closer. Let me show you. So I'm inserting right here into this hole. And you can see my needle, right? These are my valleys. This is my valley. But I want to go, my target is this stitch right here. This is my target. Let me actually use my words. This is my target stitch. I want to duplicate this stitch next, okay? So I need to come out right here at the bottom, at the tip of that valley, all right? So I'm inserting again where I started, and I'm coming right up here. You can see my needle throughout the whole process, okay? I'm not down here. You can't see my needle or anything. I'm only on this side of our work. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to pull through. All right. I'm leaving it a little loose. Okay. You do not want your duplicate stitches to be too tight. All right. You want it to be loose, and you want it to basically float over the original stitch. That's why it's called a duplicate stitch. You're creating that same stitch right above it. All right. Let me look at some comments because I know I've missed some things. Yeah, Daisy wants all the attention. She's laying down next to me, so hopefully that'll work. Hey, Linda. Yes, we're only doing one layer. You could technically do both, but because this is already double layered, we want it to be hidden. So I'm leaving it only on the top layer. Same thing for hats. Hats are, most knitted hats on the Centro or the Addy on your circular knitting machine, right, are double layered. All this embroidery can be hidden inside the hat, all right? If you do single hats, it'll just be visible through the back, okay? And then again, if it's double knit and someone doesn't want the heart to be showing, like let's say it's not Valentine's Day or they're just not feeling amoroso or whatever it's not, they can flip it inside out if they want it and nobody would know there's a heart on there, okay? So we're gonna do our next stitch, all right? Remember, this is the stitch we want to duplicate, this one right here. So what we're gonna do is go above the stitch right above, because that's gonna allow us to go over here and then down here. Okay, does that make sense? We're inserting literally right in here. All right, we're picking up the stitch above it because that's gonna allow our yarn to go up this way, over, and then we're gonna come back down. All right, so let's do exactly that. And again, I go right to left. I'm pulling it taut, but not super tight. All right, nice and loose. It's covering. Now, something very important in regards to duplicate stitches as well. You either want the same size yarn or slightly bigger. This is a worsted weight 4 yarn. You either want a worsted weight 4 or 5. You could technically do 6, but I feel like that might be a little too bulky. But if your main work is 3, you can either do 3 or 4. I'd say either the same size or 1 up, never down. If your yarn is too small, it's not going to fully cover the stitch underneath it, right? You may have to double it to get it up different sizes, whatever it's not. All right, so we did the top. Now we're going to go back down into the bottom of our valley. And technically what I like to do is just, this is a more advanced technique where you go from one and you move over to the next, right? So we want to come down here. We want to be at the bottom of this valley. So I'm inserting into the bottom valley and I'm moving over to the left. And you can see there's other stitches and stuff that I'm picking up. That's okay. I'm just going to make sure that I'm here at the bottom of this valley because that's where I want to go, while not disturbing any of my previous work or anything like that, right? I also work bottom up. Some people like to work top down. It's all personal preference, whatever is easier for you. I know, Sandy, and I don't explain things properly, so I'm sorry. It is easier sometimes to go down or go from up to like from top to bottom, but because I'm counting from down here, it's just, again, it's easier for me. All right, so same thing. We want to cover this stitch the same way we covered this stitch. So I'm going to go to the previous stitch above it. I'm picking up the right side and the left side of the valley. Only that within this layer here, right? You see that? We're going through. And again, we need 3 here. Daisy, if you could not be stepping on my yarn, that would be so great. All right, we're going to pull through. And as you see, I'm not pulling too taut. If you pull too taut, it's going to get tight like that. We don't want that because you're not covering anything. You're making a mess. All right, so you want it nice and loose. Especially for this particular object because, as you know, this stretches, right? So you don't want it too tight because you still want it to do what it needs to do as well, right? This is the final product. Or project, not product. Same thing, you know what I mean. All right, we did the right side. Now we're doing the left. We're going back down into the bottom of our peak here, or our valley, excuse me. And we're going to move over to the left one because that's where our next stitch is going to be. Literally one right over. All right, still within that first layer. There is nothing here on the back side except for our original tail. You see nothing. All right, that's how it should be if you do not want it to be visible and you have a double layered project. I've done heirloom blankets like this with monogram heirloom blankets like this, and they're gorgeous. Again, we've completely covered that the stitch underneath. So I'm just going to go right to left on the stitch above it to get right underneath. Now, because I only need 3 for this level or this row, I'm going to be moving up 1. All right, I'm going to be moving up 1 row and left 1. So I'm entering here and I'm going out here. Okay, but obviously in this project now. And then in this row here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we finished our second row and we're going up to the third row. So I'm entering in this same at the bottom of the valley, going up 1, over 1 to this peak right here. That tip. I don't know the words, y'all. Y'all know what I mean. All right. Now I'm going to go left to right just because I'm working this way now. Technically, I could move over here, but I don't want to do that because I want to keep the project as stretchy as possible. Okay. Yeah. So we have 1 here, 3 here, and we're literally coming right up here. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And we're just working over. And now it's going to be the same thing as we repeat the pattern. Again, going down and over while keeping our duplicate stitch nice and loose. All right, this is our next stitch here. Picking up the one above it. And then working our way over. That's it, y'all. Nice and easy. The only frustrating and confusing part can be the pattern itself. But beside that, once you get the pattern down, right, again, like you can do monograms, that kind of stuff. You just got to make sure you're following the pattern. For this, I literally found this on Pinterest. You can Google embroidery or duplicate stitch, like heart duplicate stitch, snowflake duplicate stitch, jack-o'-lantern duplicate, right? Like, you can literally make any specialized holiday duplicate stitch on your coffee cozy. Right? You want fireworks, you can do fireworks. Any of that kind of stuff. You just have to make sure that your space is big enough. How did I tangle this? Bruh. Why is this the story of my life? Here we go. I tell you every time, y'all. Is there a project that I can do without getting tangled? I'm going to loosen this one up a little bit because it's a little snug. Right? All right. Again, you can see as you go, you can adjust accordingly what you need to do, etc. All right, let me look at comments. Yes, it makes sense. That's weird. I was just asking. Okay, correct. Thank you, Nai, because you know I don't be knowing what I'm saying. Using snowflakes. Yes, see, exactly. Awesome. Yeah, because I was trying to figure out what type of like tutorial to do next. And I was like, well, I've done this in the past. Like I said, I've done monogram like heirloom blankets. And I love this. It's very calming to me. I feel like it's a lot more personalized. But I was like, what can I do for Valentine's Day? Like I didn't really have much of anything. I have some scrunchies, but outside of that, I was like, I don't have anything else, right? So I was like, what can I do or add or change to my existing products? And I figured I do a set. So I want to do this set right here. And we'll work on the burgundy one next with the cream. I feel like that might help a little bit better too. Because these colors are really light and they're hard to see. But I feel like a light color on this dark is going to be amazing for the tutorial. Like, you're not going to be able to see these, but you're going to be able to see the duplicate stitches over it. Same thing here. You can see the stitches here, but you can't really see the duplicate stitch. So it's hit or miss, y'all. Oh, excuse me. And obviously contrasting colors pop out a little bit more, right? Like this is a little bit harder to see. Like, you know, you have to kind of do a little double take. This is going to be very obvious, as it's going to be the cream on the burgundy. It's good for views. Thanks. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you because I be so stressed and thinking like my words ain't wording. Just like my math don't be mathing. All right, so to avoid saying the wrong words, I'm just gonna keep working now. All right. So I'm here at the bottom of my valley. I'm going through the stitch above it to cover this stitch. Starting on the left side to the right to cover that left side. All right. Now we're going to go down into that same valley. And we're going to pick up this stitch. I don't like going from left to right because it's frustrating because I'm normally working with my right hand, but I have to work with my left hand here. So I'm going down in, and as you can see here, like the pink is kind of peeking through underneath it. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that here. I want to go under the pink layer too. I don't want to just go over the red layer. No, I want to go through the original stitch too. All right, does that make sense for you guys? And we're going to go into the bottom of the valley of the one right to the right. There we go. The V to the right. So we're here. All right, nice and loose, not too tight. I just did a little pull. And we're going to go above just that first layer. Okay. And again, we have 1, 2, 3. This will be our fourth. So we're going to go over one more. All right, so we're going down to the valley of the V, picking up both the red and the pink, right? We need the duplicate and the original. Let's not forget about the original, okay? So here we have the original, right here, that pink. this pink right here, and then the duplicate. This original and the duplicate. And we're moving over one. All on that top layer. Let me not make a knot. Okay, I did not. All right, sorry, y'all. I got out of frame there a little bit. All right, now, technically, I can still go left to right, but I'm going to go right to left. Again, you're not doing it wrong. You can do it this way too. It's all personal preference. At the end, I like to do right to left just because it's easier for me. I'm lazy, y'all. Y'all know me. I do what's easier. You're still going to get the same exact result, okay? So we covered the right side. We're going to go down into the same valley. But remember, we're at the end. This is the last bit for our row. I've already know the pattern, so I'm going to go up one and to the right one. So I'm right here. All right, still within this very first layer. You can see the gaps here. All right, I'm going down. And I'm just trying to make sure here. As you can see, I'm through the hole here. This is going to create a knot. You do not want this. I'm going to put my needle through that loop so that it's empty. Okay? If I would have left my work this way, I would have had gotten a knot, and we do not want that. All right? Let me see, something looks off. This is too tight, so let me loosen this. And then there we go, right? Because I was like, wait a minute, why doesn't it look like a V? That was a quick fix. I noticed an error and I fixed it. It's easier to fix your stitches right away than after, because if you fix something here, it's going to mess up something down the line here, right? This is the stitch, like the piece of yarn right next to it. So ideally, once you see something is off, you want to fix it right away. Fixing it later is going to be a pain. Get to the problem beforehand, sooner rather than later. All right, let me get out of full screen. I can see all the comments here. Let me check Instagram because I haven't seen that. Instagram, people are just coming in and out, and that's okay. Yes, there's always knots. Oh, thank you, Cher. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how I can post the actual map, right? Like the square map, the embroidery map, so that you can use this for any of your projects. Again, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do so here. Let me double check really quick. I don't know what I just did. Add. What am I adding? Add item. There's a grid. I'm not sure what's happening. Camera slot, media slot. I don't know what this is, y'all. I'm just doing things. Y'all know me. Oh, present. Not present. Slide share screen. Share screen. Oh, share screening tips. Share screen is the easiest with 2 monitors. Ovi, don't have that. Share screen works best on a computer. A good computer. Share screen lets you share audio. Okay. Choose to share. Oh, I can even select the tab. Okay. Let's create a new tab, I guess. And then new tab. That works. Oh, look at God. Okay. So here we are. And then we're going to do heart. And no, heart stitch. Let's see if that's a thing, if that'll come up. Or we have to look up embroidery stitch. Ah, well, it says heart stitch embroidery. Let's check that out. No. Heart stitch map, maybe? Or embroidery map? There we go. Let's go to images. These are maps. Of course they are. Why would that be a thing? Let's try embroidery map. I think I did this on Pinterest. You know what? Not map heart. Google, help me. All right, let's do duplicate stitch. Heart duplicate stitch. Okay, so I've looked it up. See? Here we go. So these are some different ones. If I'm not mistaken, this is the one that I used. And this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the one that I used here. All right, so we have our very first one. And that's the one that we have right here. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting the lower V's. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. And then here, this one's a little tight, right? Because I did just stretch it. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay. I will save this and put numbers on here. You can number it. You can do colors. However, whatever is easiest for you, right? You can do numbers this way, from left to right, right to left. I'll try to make this as simple as possible, right? And then the main thing you want to do when you're looking at maps like this is count the grid where the actual work is. So this is the leftmost slot, right? And this is the bottommost slot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to count up. What is happening with my mouse? I feel like the wires are in the way. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have an 8 up and down by 9 left to right. Why did I just count that? Right? I can stop sharing, I think, now. Remove. Our work has to have 8 rows up and down and 9 right to left. Right? This heart barely fit on here. I have 1 row of these left here. How do I make this bigger? Where are we at? We here. I have 1 row of V's to the left, 1 row of V's to the right. All right. If I did a stitch that had 10 or 10, I would just have 1 left here. If I did one that was 12, the whole heart would not fit on the front of my coffee cozy. Does that make sense? You want to make sure you have the space on your work to do that pattern. Same thing in regards to height. My work is obviously a lot wider or taller, excuse me, than it is wide. If I did something that was wider than taller, it might not fit or whatever. It's not like, you get what I'm saying, I hope, right? Like, do you pick up what I'm putting down? Right? Let's say this was, oh no, I can't grab that. Here, right? Like on my pouch. If I wanted to do the duplicate stitch on my pouch, I know this would fit on here because I have the space for it, right? You get what I'm saying, y'all. Y'all understand. Let's say let's look up something else that we could do, or no. Let me see. We're going to add, what am I doing? Present. We're going to stop screen. Oh, well, let me share screen again. Let's look up another pattern, right? How about now? Can you hear me? Not me getting lost twice. There we go. Aren't lives grand? Just great. So amazing. Eh. All right. What I was trying to share with you guys. Let's see. Linda said just throw the whole live away. Start over. Hey Robin. I said hi, but you could not hear me. So sorry, y'all. Where was it? I think someone showed it or someone said it. Here we go. Yes. So for those of you that saw the images that I was sharing on screen, I was trying to explain in regards to sizing, right? You want to make sure that the size of your map fits your work, right? If you saw the larger heart that had like 20 by something, you would have not been able to fit this probably on the entire project, right? So you want to make sure when you're doing your work or your maps that it fits your project. One of them also had like a half stitch. I was showing here that if I wanted, I could probably put a half stitch here and even maybe one down this way or down this way. Not probably going to do any of that, but those are examples, correct? Excuse me. I have made monogrammed heritage blankets, right? So you can create tubes on your circular machine, your bigger Addy, mattress stitch them together and then duplicate stitch on them and make blankets. I've made beautiful, beautiful monogrammed blankets that way. I call them heirloom blankets because for me that's something I would treasure and I would even like put up on my like child's wall or something. You know what I mean? After they stopped using it, like after they've grown out of it. But I think I do want to start it like I want to add it as a listing. It is expensive because the embroidery is pretty big, right? But that's something I enjoy doing the duplicate stitch. I love it. Again, it is time consuming. This is small, so it's not that time consuming. But it's beautiful. And like I was saying when you could not hear me, this is just a heart, right? Some of the maps that I showed you guys were hearts. I looked up the snowflake for you. You saw the two hearts, right? There was a hat. You saw like the heart that had the hat, that had the two mini hearts, right? The double hearts would fit on here based on the numbers, right? That kind of stuff. Based on what I did show you, do you guys have any questions? My computer is frozen. What is I might have to just throw the whole live away because I'm not understanding. I just want to go live. All right. Linda, throw it all away. I give up. All right. Where are we at, y'all? Because my Mac is frozen. So the visual, my face is frozen. I don't even know where we are at comments. I'm going to look at them on my phone because I can't see them on the computer anymore. Y'all, my finger hurts. All right. Where are we at, y'all? I'm trying to find where we at. I was on nice comment. That's where I was before I got muted. Is my computer shutting down? My computer's restarting. Okay, here we go. Because what is bruh? Where are we? Where am I? Here we go. We had no sound for a while. Fix that. Where we at? I said hi to Robin like 5 times already. One more time just in case, girl. Completely agree at this point. We just throw it all away. I think what I want to do, I'm going to find the heart that I just found. And I want to add it to the screen so we can look at it together. And I can stop losing things. And that way you have a better visual of what we're doing as well. I'm going to save this as an image. Heart chart is what it's called. That makes more sense. We're going to just save it. And I'm going to try to add it to this chaos. All right. Add item. Media slot? Is that a thing? What am I doing? No. Okay, how do I just add something to here? I don't want to edit layout. I just want to add present. I don't want to do slides. Can I just, how do I, good God. Extra camera, no. Video file, no. Can I not just do like a picture? It's not going to let me do that. All right. I don't want to create a new layout. I want to add an image to the screen. Why are you making my life difficult, StreamYard? All right, so we're just going to make this massive. Not what I wanted either. What am I trying to do, y'all? I don't know what I'm trying to do. That's too small. I feel like I just fell down a rabbit hole. We're getting off of all of this now because I can't do what I want to do. Okay. Let me get caught up because I'm so far behind on comments. It's not even funny. I don't even know where we are. I can't read lips. Girl, I was just talking to talk apparently because no one saw nothing. I feel like my Instagram is probably gonna get cut off short soon, and I'm okay with that because this was bad. Learning lots in school. That's good, Mary. Nope. There we go. Yes. Hey. hey, y'all. Finally, right? Can I hear myself? I don't know. Loud and clear. I can hear you now. It was actually kind of funny. We let to go. But we can't hear someone. No, yeah, for real. But there's no point. I've definitely yelled at the TV. And what's worse is that I've yelled at the TV during a replay. Like, not even during the actual live. Ooh, what blanket are we doing? Yeah, Frozen. Straight Frozen. Yes, I will put my cell phone number in the live video chat because we all talk on there anyways. I don't mind. You guys can have my number. Sandy asked earlier if you could do this before you folded your item. Yeah. So even like, I don't know what you mean by folded, but like if you mean before I close this, you could definitely. And that way you don't have to worry about like getting through. Because if you're rushing it, sometimes you can mess it up and go through it. Frozen. I'm a mess, y'all. You can still see the project, yeah. You're back, not frozen. Yes, I pinched my finger on my tripod. So it has little like um things on it, like little not do that again. It has like little these little things on it that open and close, and I opened it and just dropped it like that, and it just grabbed my finger was in it, and it just it hurts. uh Imagination. Let's see. uh yeah, more math and counting. I feel that. Well, I'm actually off of work tomorrow. That's the only reason why I'm kind of live right now. All right, but let's get back to the pattern. I was trying to put the pattern up on the screen. That's clearly not a thing, apparently. But we're gonna keep going. So we're starting our 1, 2, 3, fourth row from the bottom. And again, let's look at the original, right? Let me put this down. Yes. Lots of math and counting. So we're at what were we? Bruh. 1, 2, 3. We're starting our fourth row from the bottom. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I'm moving right, right, and up one. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 in this row. All right. So again, we're just adding one extra to the sides. So here we are. For the girls that came in late, I am at the bottom of my V, right? This V right here is the one we want to duplicate. This one right here. To do that, we're here. We started at the bottom of our valley, and we're going to go through the top V, the stitch right above it, to get our yarn to go up and through. All right. So I'm going right to left again. Excuse me. I could also probably make the tail of my work a little smaller too. Let's make this a little smaller. It'll be easier to work with. All right. So this is where we're at. Okay. This is literally where our work is right now. We're going to take our tapestry needle and we're going to go down into the end of our valley, right down in here, and we're going over, right? We're going over the underneath the original and the duplicate. Okay. We're going to be right here at the bottom of the valley of the stitch to the left of where we are right now. Okay, nice and loose, not too tight. As you can see, the original stitch here is showing a little bit, so I'm going to kind of just move this over it. All right, and push that one underneath. That's it. You just play with it and it'll go right into place. She's going to listen eventually. All right. Yes, the original one I did get on Pinterest, but like I just showed you guys, you can literally just Google heart duplicate stitch, right? Snowflake duplicate stitch. Just any like you could do, even for Halloween, one of the things I mentioned was a jack-o'-lantern on the coffee cozy, right? This very same thing. I might bring that in next year. Who knows? I don't have any like orange or like Halloween colors per se, but I could make an orange one with black, or put orange on the black one, right? Like whatever you want. You can even make your own. So that's one of the things I was saying when you guys couldn't hear me. You see how the squares were in the map? You can literally make your own maps on Excel or Google Docs. All you have to do is change your row and column height to the same number. So 10, 30, whatever number, as long as they're both 10, 10, 30, 30, you're going to get a square. For whatever reason, if it looks a little funky, adjust accordingly. But you should get a square. When I was doing my personalized monogram blankets, I would, again, just look up duplicate stitches. Start that way, right? If it was smaller, I'd multiply it and then fill in spaces. If it was too big, I'd try to, it's harder to take away. It's harder to make things smaller. It's easier to make them bigger. So if I had a very simple J, but it was like maybe a 10 by 10, or let's say a 5 by 5. A J would technically be like maybe like a 3 by 5 or a 3 by 8. So 3 this way, 8 this way, right? I would multiply that by 2 or 3, depending on how big I wanted it, right? I have some gorgeous works that I did. I don't think I have any posts of them. I know I've done stories on them on Instagram. There may be some posts. I will try to find them and post them here on YouTube. But they're gorgeous, and that's something I definitely want to bring back to my shop. But you can create your own images, your own designs, right? That kind of stuff. So we're gonna get back to work and I'm gonna stop talking. Chat friends, I don't know. Yes, Jazz can add this one. Correct. Yes. All the things. Thank you, Nai. Yes, you can make your own grids. Okay. All right, let's keep going. I'm surprised. I don't know if Instagram is still going. It's lagged, but it'll cut off at some point, I guess. I think it probably ended already. I don't know. We're going to end live video. We're discarding this for sure. If you ain't see it when it was live, you ain't going to see it now. All right. But yeah, so we're going to go over some more. All right, we're going to go over the 7 that we need. We did 5 the last row. We're going to do 7 this row. So we're down at the end of our valley. At the bottom of our V, we're going to do the top of our stitches now. Okay, we're right here. All right, and we're going to go down and over. We're going to go down into the original, picking it up along with our duplicate. Same thing to the left. All right, down at the bottom, same row. Keep it. Do you want me to keep this? I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but let me know. And then we're just going over. I'm going to go faster. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Oh, the live, it was on Instagram, Sandy. This is definitely staying. This ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about that one. I just deleted it off Instagram. So StreamYard now has Instagram lives available, but they're only an hour long because you can't go more than an hour on Instagram apparently. I don't know. Again, I'm kind of just checking my work, make sure I didn't go over anything. You just see my original tail. I can get rid of this then. And then I'm going to just keep working across. For those that came in a little later, please let me know if you have any questions while I'm still on here. I have gone through this a few times already. I'm just going along with the pattern. I wish I could put the picture up, but here we are. I do want to do... I'm so difficult. Heart duplicate stitch pattern. I'm gonna put this up on the screen. And I'm going to make sure that I don't mute myself, because that would be nice. How do I zoom in? Zoom. Here we go. Massive. All right. I'm going to share my screen and not mute myself this time, because that would be ideal. Okay. Let's not screw this up. Here we go. This is the one that I want. Also share tap audio. No, you don't want that. Share. Okay. This is what I'm working on right now. Okay. Can I pause this? I don't want to pause. All right. Let's fix my layout so that this is the biggest one. Move you here. Are you going to let me do what I need you to do? No? It'll be difficult. Good God, Jesus. Okay, that works, because bruh. Okay. I'll tell you. All right, this is a pattern that we're working with right here. I'm going to get rid of my StreamYard screen so you can actually see it better. Am I muted again? No. Okay, thank God. Let me go all the way down. All right, let's see. Hello, fathers. Glad you can join my live. Oh my God, thank you, Cher. Or Sherry. Is it Cher or Sherry? I'm sorry. Sherry. I guess I just didn't see the I earlier. Y'all know I'm blind. I am so sorry, Sherry. Isn't technology fun? Bruh, the struggle is real for me. Yes, Linda, absolutely. So this one might be a little bit easier because both colors are lighter. This is one stitch. This stitch here, I'm trying not to point with my fat fingers. This stitch here is this stitch. Good God. This stitch here. Can you see my mouse? This stitch. This one right here. All right. This stitch, work smarter, not harder, Jazz, because good God. All right. This stitch here is this stitch here. This one. Right? Okay. This exact thing can be replicated in Google Docs, in Excel, right? If you guys are interested in things like this, I will make a Google Docs and I will share it with the video. I'll add it in the description of the video. So whoever clicks on the link can view it. You won't be able to edit it, but you can view it. If you do want to adjust and edit accordingly, you can do so by making a copy. That I will allow. All right? Let me see. We hear you and see your project. Thank God. No, Sherry, I want to call you your name. Okay, perfect. Honestly, you see I'm struggling. Like, listen. We all struggling, girl. It's okay. No, I did. I haven't been on Discord, y'all. Y'all know I've been going through it recently. We got to get on that T2. We just not going to talk about it here on live because, you know, you can't just be saying everything on national television. But we'll talk about things on Discord that I talked about earlier. If you know, you know. I will get into that later. All right, let me finish this because I'm never gonna get off of here. It's gonna be like a 5 hour live. So let's get to work, y'all. Let's get to work. But yeah, some things have changed. I'm determined to learn. Yes, and so when we go live, or not when we go live, let's link up. Naomi, let me know when you're available or not. You have my number, girl. Don't be acting like a stranger. I'm looking at my Zoom as if my Zoom. I'm looking at my webcam as if you can see my face. But you know the faces I'm making at you, girl. I know you know. But we can go over all this. You know, if anything, you can even go live with me if you want, and we can play with all this stuff then too. I'm really excited for you, Mary. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, no, ma'am. None of that tea here. Thank you, dear. Thank you. There's been an update. I don't want to go. I don't want to. I'm going to stop talking about it. But there's been an update, and we're going to discuss. All right. So we're going to continue with our pattern. We're currently on the 1, 2, 3, 4th row. This is a row that we're on, and we're working towards the left. All right. So we're going up and over the top and then the bottom. Because we have this existing work, you want to make sure that you're going underneath the original on the left and the right side until you get to the bottom of that valley. Let's not squeeze our work. Right, there we go. Again, I always like to play with it, make sure it's nice and loose, right? See, this is a little tight, and that's why this keeps acting up. So we're gonna fix that. Okay. Up and over on top, same thing. One more, up and over. Same row because we want to add one more to extend our heart. Little tug, up and over on top. All right, make sure you want to get the whole strand of yarn. And not the corner. All right. Now, we're going onto this row here. So we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on our 5th row. So this is the piece that we're on right now. This one right here. Okay. I'm going to move up and over to the left one more. So I'm going back into the same part. We're going to go up and over one right here. Because this is the one that we want to cover. To duplicate. Some people call it cover stitch, some people call it duplicate stitch. They're literally, neither is wrong. It's the same exact thing. You're both covering and duplicating it at the same time. All right, this is the stitch that we're working. This one right here. So to duplicate this, again, we're gonna go right above it. Okay, slide on through. And now I'm working from left to right again. All right. No to y'all coffee. I didn't have any coffee today. I need coffee. I didn't have any. I had like an energy drink earlier at work. It is coming together, thankfully. Not heart PCP, Naomi. Oh yeah, no, I can drink coffee right now and go to sleep in 30 minutes. Thank you, Mary. Good night, Sherry. Thank you for sharing. And I definitely have to catch your next live. For sure, for sure. Okay. Let's get back to it, y'all. All right, so I'm going to go down and over. And I'm going to stop saying the same thing because that's all I got. All right. Whoops. All right. Through the top two. If I could not catch the corner. When you're doing blankets, it's a lot easier because this rarely happens. The smaller pieces can be a little bit more cumbersome. I'm going down and over to the bottom of the next valley. Let's not embroider my finger. And then again over top. And then through the bottom. And that's it. This is the easiest way. Some people go down, some people come up. To me, this is the fastest and easiest way, and it's the less messy. This allows you to make sure you stay within your layer that you're in. We have no mess back here. If you go all the way through, all the way back up, you have chances of getting caught in the wrong layer, and we don't want that. So by doing this, you're avoiding a lot of that. We did the bottom, now we're doing the top. I'm trying to just get all my yarn to the correct side. Yep. There we go. The duplicate and the original. All right, all the way through. Hey, Maria. Yeah, we're on the same boat, Mary. Hey, Maria. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute, Maria. How are you, love? Oh, yeah, she securing something. I don't know what, but she's trying to secure something. All right, let's get all this over to the side. And then come back up and over on top. Again, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. It may help someone else who has the same question when they're watching the replay. I'm just moving this up so it doesn't get caught in the corner again, and I'm going down and over, staying within my first layer and just pulling through. Pulling it softly, not too tight, so that it just covers / duplicates the original stitch. Okay? That was the bottom. We're going to do the top. Daisy, is there a reason why you're sitting like directly behind me? I'd love to know. Not the lady of the hour, at least the last hour and a half. I've definitely missed you, girl. I hope everything is well with you. Not you calling out, nah. Are you guys returning from like the holiday breaks tomorrow? The kids have been in school this week, but oh well, today is Sunday. Y'all know my days be blurring together with my work schedule. I be forgetting. Like the weekend for me is like a Friday. Like Sundays for me are Fridays. because I have normally my Mondays and Tuesdays are off. So like my Mondays and Tuesdays are my Saturday and Sunday. Talk about weird. She is sitting directly behind me. She's like, I don't care about your back problems. Not you going to sleep at 5:30, girl. I wish. I went to bed. I worked. So yesterday, the place I work got rained out since I work outdoors. That got rained out. So I ended up working inside. And then I worked inside until about 12. I left there and I did Uber until like 3 in the morning. That was fun. I did Uber until 3, and then I came home. My partner and I stayed up like talking, having some moments, watching a movie, that kind of stuff. I didn't go to bed till like 4:30 to wake up at like around 9ish, 10 today. I'm tired, y'all. Tired. All right, so we're at the end of our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth row, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on this side. We're not extending any more to the right, so I'm just gonna go straight up this time. All right, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like here. Daisy's still trying to secure something. Not sure what it is, so please bear with me. I'm literally gonna go right into the peak here, the end of this valley. And what I like is that literally you can see this piece right here is the top. This right here is the top of this stitch. Okay. And that's why we go through it. Now what we're going to do is at this very bottom stitch, like into this valley, we're going up. We're grabbing hold of the top of the stitch beneath it. Okay. Going down and up, and that's going to bring us to the bottom of this stitch right above. I hope that makes sense. We're going to leave this nice and loose. Okay. Kind of stretch it out so I can like fall into place. Right? This is the one we just did. I'm going to loosen it a little bit more because it's not covering the stitch underneath it. Right? But now we're at the bottom of our next stitch. This is the stitch that we want. All right? So again, we're going to go above this stitch to go across. I hope that makes sense. All right. And now that's one side. I'm going to loosen this up a little bit because she look a little taut. I'm going to go down into the same spot I was just in, picking up the original, right? Going over one more so I can be at the end of that valley, the bottom of that valley. I'm bringing my stitch, my tapestry needle through. All right. And then here we are. We have this row started. All right. Our duplicate stitches right there. Duplicate cover interchangeable. Let me look at comments. You go back on Tuesday. You go back where, Linda? You need to do laundry too. You need some clean socks. Same, Maria. Same. I was going to put a load to start when I first got home and I completely forgot to do that. Even back last week, Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, on Wednesday and Thursday, Lily went back. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, wait, so Eve didn't have school on Friday? I don't get that. You work part-time, but you want to But you work tomorrow too. Yeah. My work schedule is forever shifted. You went back to work last Wednesday. In case they go back tomorrow. No, same. Like I would take a nap. I would not be going to sleep. I'd be taking a whole nap. Sorry, love. Exactly. You tell her to be quiet. She's laying in her little bed now. I think a car was passing and that's why she got all like flustered. But you know, she be trying to protect people and ain't nothing happening. Hi, Ma. Oh, you go back to teaching. Oh, I forget you're a teacher, Linda. I'm so sorry. No, literally, that's how I feel. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just like, I'm doing this. You should do that too. Oh, nice. She cannot bark all she wants. Not when I'm on live. Oh, I'm sorry, Nat. I feel that. I'm like that on some of my days off. Like my last, I think last Tuesday, I spent a lot of time resting just because I was just like mentally exhausted. So I get that. But I am sorry, dear. No, it's my days blur together. Again, especially just because my schedule is off compared to everyone else. Like I know it's Sunday, or I forget that it's Sunday because my Sundays now feel like Fridays. Like Sunday tends to be the end of my work week, but it's the end of everyone's like weekend. But for me, it's a work week. I'm used to my work weeks being Monday to Friday, but that's no longer the case. So my Saturday, Sunday now tends to be Monday, Tuesday. So it throws me off entirely. Because while everyone is getting ready to start their week, I'm getting ready to start hanging out. It's bad. It is very bad. I mean, she's tiny to be fair, and I have my AirPods in, so hopefully it should be muted some. Oh no. Did you guys do projects in there? All right, and then this is the row that we're working on again. So I'm just trying to make sure this is a solid row. I need to be mindful because the next row there's a gap. All right, so this is why the map is important. You want to be very careful with your map. And that's why I'm glad I was able to figure out how to put it on the screen. At the end of this, I can show you guys how to create the map. I just want to get the project done first. And then once I create the map, I'm going to create it in Google Docs and I'll add it to the description so you guys can use it at a later date. Or, you know, within the next hour, whenever we finish the project. Okay. Not me just getting silent. Talk about fail. All right, let me see. I'm currently making a heart duplicate stitch on my coffee cozy. Here is the pink on cream, and now I'm doing burgundy on pink. These are going to be something I offer for Valentine's Day. For those that came in later, I was explaining that it's a lot easier when it comes to holidays or when it comes to holidays or when it comes to creating projects or products, excuse me, and you don't know what to do, the best thing to do for holidays is to duplicate or to like modify existing products, right? So my coffee cozies sell well, and an easy way to duplicate it or make it holiday related is to add something to it, right? You can buy embroidered patches to iron onto stuff like this. I like to do duplicate stitch. It doesn't take that long. Granted, we've been working for an hour and a half, but there's been a lot of talking, a lot of screen time, whatever, right? If I do this standard, it won't take all that long, right? Like if I just work this straight through without talking or tutoring, it wouldn't be that bad, right? So this is a quick and easy way to create a new product while, from an existing product, right? And that's all I did. These are my standard coffee cozies, and then I'm just adding this to embroider to create it more, something a little bit more festive for Valentine's Day. I do plan to offer a set of 3. I still have to create this one. And then, excuse me, I'm going to put cream over this one. All right. But once I finish this pink one, I think I will create the Google Doc and I will show you guys how I do that. And I'll make sure that it's something available to you guys as well. All right. Let me see. And I'll add it to the description of this as well. Ah, okay. Got you. I honestly forgot. Like, I just got so caught up. All right, guys. So we just finished that row. And I know I was just going to go straight up. So that's exactly what I did. So we're on this row here. All right. We're on the second to last row. We have 4 stitches, a space, and then 4 stitches. All right. I'm going to count. So we're at 1. One. I don't know what this is. I think this is Daisy's hair. Good God. Naomi, you were busy with the grandkids, so no time to clean your room. Yeah. Thanks, Ma. What cup size are those cozies? They fit ventis. They fit most cups. The only cups they don't really fit are ones with handles. I haven't tried it on a Trenta yet, but the display I have on Etsy / my website is on a venti cup. It just started this last year. I mean, maybe you have less structure. Like, what have you done differently this year compared to last year? I just got up really quickly since you guys can't see my face anyways. To grab my little can. And then, so these fit on the cans. Ow, my thumb hurts, y'all. She hurts. She hurts a lot. This is what she looks like on a cup. Okay. Obviously, this is going to protrude up higher because it has an extra layer of yarn, right? This is what she looks like. Once we're done with the pink one, I'll show you guys what that looks like on the cup as well. That's not a cup, but y'all know what I mean. More or less what it would look like on a cup. Okay. All right, so let's go over. We're gonna go down into the original and over 1. Where are we at? Right here. Okay. All right, so that was the first one. This is looking a little loose. I'm going to pull around here to tighten it. There we go. Now I'm going to go above and then underneath. All right. That's 2. Okay. On top. So you see here, I picked up this piece right here. I picked up the stitch above this above stitch. This is one too many. I need to take this off and do this again. I need to make sure I'm only picking up the V's from the stitch directly above. All right, did you guys see my initial mistake? I caught it and I fixed it before I messed up. All right. That was the top. We're going to go down to the bottom. Again, we're working from left to right on the same row. So why is this here like this? My working yarn, right? Like what I have on my needle, my tail is longer than the actual work. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to pull on my needle some so that it loosens. And then the tail is shorter, right? That's what that was. How old are they, Naomi, if you don't mind me asking? All right, so 1, 2, 3. This is my 4th one. This is going to be the last one before I need to skip one. Right, so I'm going to pick up the top 2 loops. Again, the stitch above it. I'm going through the stitch above it. Going over. And now I'm going to go back in to the bottom of that same exact stitch. But instead of coming out at the very next stitch, I'm going to skip this because we do not want this to be a duplicate stitch. We're ignoring this stitch, and so I'm going to go over 2 stitches. All right, we're currently working here. We're skipping this stitch and we're going into the valley of this stitch, the bottom of that stitch. All right. My working yarn or my working thread is in the valley of this stitch, and we're about to cover that one up now. We just skipped this one. All right. I'm going to pick up the stitches above it to get my yarn through. We've covered the left side, and we're going to go all the way across to the end of the row to get our last 4 stitches. And that's what I'm going to do for right now. And I have no comments, so I'm going to look at that. So the crochet line doesn't make it tight at the bottom. It does, but not as tight, right? So if you look at the top here, it stretches more, right? Whereas this one only goes so far, right? So the top can stretch a lot more. V cups are fine, right? Like pointed cups like this are fine. But if you recall, during my live tutorial for my coffee cozies, I'm doing a single crochet, a very light single crochet. It's not super tense or tight, anything like that. It's very loose tension. So this gives it enough stretch to it. Most of the time, if you recall back to if you've seen any of my videos regarding my headbands, adult or baby, I normally use a slip stitch closer. A closing. Good God. I normally do a slip stitch closing. I didn't do a slip stitch closing here because it would not allow this movement, this flexibility. It'd be very tight. It would be this size and that's it. Like there would be no moving it. I do a single crochet, one, because the stitches, the single crochets, the V's and the single crochets match up with the V's of my work perfectly every time. This is the single crochet. that was made into the stitches that I picked off from the working yarn, or from the waste yarn. When I was picking up the stitches off the waste yarn, this was a stitch that I picked up along with this back stitch. This is the back of my crochet. Okay, this right here is the back of my single crochet. This is the front of the single crochet. That's the top. These are my top V's. The single crochet makes it look very seamless. You would never, unless you stitched, like unless you crocheted or knit yourself, you would hardly ever even know that this is what that is, right? So, and I specify that in my video, in my tutorial, my live tutorial, in regards to the closure, why I do the single crochet. If you wanted more stretch, you could possibly do a half double crochet, or excuse me, yeah, a half double crochet. I'm just not sure what that would look like, because a half double crochet would offer a lot more stretch than the single. But honestly, this to me is wide enough. That's like maybe 4 inches of width right there. No cup can be like, you'd have a bowl at that point. You know what I mean? Now, you could have one that wide up top, right? And then it kind of just go wide this way, and that's okay. But I don't know. With this stitch, it seems to work the best. I haven't had any issues or complaints, honestly. This fits most of my cups. It could probably even fit the Trenta, but only at the bottom. It might not be able to go all the way up on the Trenta. And then definitely the pattern or the heart would look a little funky, but she'd still be a heart. Oh, excuse me, not me burping. Oh, national television. Every day is Saturday. I love that. Oh, I haven't done any beading anything. I know there's beaded crocheting, there's beaded knitting, and then loom designs. I've never really worked with beads before. Mary, your parents are so correct. Yeah, I'll be here, Maria. Don't worry about it. And then, like I said, I'm still going to also show you guys how to do the Google Docs document as well. And it'd be very similar for Excel as well. Whatever program you have, as long as it's like a chart situation, you should be fine. Why do I have a knot? Of course I have a knot, because why wouldn't I? Story of my life. Eight and 11. Okay, yeah. They're probably like in video games right now, no? They're both spoiled. Yes, this is very similar to cross stitching. I almost think it's a little bit more simple. But it is a cover stitch. Oh, see, look at that. Oh, yeah, no, I don't even know how I would start that. I have the beads for like my waist beads, but that's about it. All right, guys. So now we're going on to our very last row, okay? Which is going to be the 2 sets of 2. All right? And that's going to be in the middle of these 4. So these 2 and then these 2. Okay? So, I'm going to finalize, I'm going to go down into here, and I'm going to go up and over 1. Right, let me make sure that I'm where I need to be. I'm going to go down into here and then up here diagonally, right? Putting it a little taut, making sure I'm not poking out in the back. I'm not, so we're good here. And then I'm going to go over the top. All right. Down and over. And up and over. All right. Now, this is going to go down, and that's going to be the end of our heart, right? If you saw before in the pattern, it had like a half stitch. You can technically do a half stitch here and even a half stitch here to make it a little bit smoother, right? Let's see what a half stitch would look like on this side for giggles, right? So I'm going to go back into the bottom of my valley and come out to the next one. All right. Then I'm going to just simply go through the back all the way through. And this is just me playing with it, right? I'm going to undo this. I just want to see what it would look like, right? This is what it would look like this. I don't know yet. We'll see. If anything, we could always go back to it and then adjust, right? Technically, this could also be one. I think this was one of them and one of the other patterns. But again, we can go back and play with it later if we so wanted. Let's do the original pattern that's on the screen. And I don't know if you guys just saw that, but I'm going to undo the one next to it so you can see it. I just put my tapestry needle through the loop and I pulled right on up. That's it. That's a simple way to undo your work. All right. Let's finish up the original pattern and then let's see if we want to add some of the more detailed / half duplicate stitches. All right, to make it look a little less boxy. All right. So we're going to go back down into the valley of our V. And again, we have to go all the way over to these two middle stitches. So I need to get to the bottom of this valley here. Making sure I'm not going through my work in the back. My embroidery needle is down here somewhere. All right. Apparently over here too. Whoops. You see how tight I pulled that? That's no good. I need to tug on it to loosen it up some. And I'm going to tug on it here as well, just to make it a little bit looser. I definitely tightened it a lot more than expected. Okay, that's that. So we're going to go over the top of the stitch that we're in. Again, my tail is longer, so I'm going to pull on that and adjust my needle. All right, here we go. I'm going to go down and over, one to the left. Nice and loose. And I'm going to go over this way on top. And now, whoops, technically to be finished, we would just go right down into here. And just pull all the way through, right? But honestly, I want to play with some of these half stitches because I didn't even know that was a thing, right? Like I want to play with it a little bit. Do y'all mind playing with me? Is that okay? Y'all want to try it with me? Let me know. If not, I can literally end this right here and then we can just go straight to the doc version of it. I missed a crap ton of comments. They are into video games, but also active. Went to different parks. Ooh, do they like Legos? I think I lost my needle. I dropped something. I don't know what I dropped. Oh, my scissors. Lord knows where those are right now. I'm not even gonna bother doing that. The art of bricks is like a Lego exhibit that's here in Raleigh. I know they're probably not here anymore, but that would have been cool for you to take them. It was still snowing up there, Nye? I didn't even know that. It's snowing in New York. What is happening? We did not get any snow yesterday. All it did was rain. Good night, Naomi. Thank you. Okay, I'll knot it off right now. So this is the end, right? I do need to find my scissors. Hold on, y'all. I don't know where they went. I don't know if they're under the couch or if they're under the table. Hold on. Let me find my scissors. Let's see where they went flying to. Ouch. Where are my scissors? Well, opposite end of the earth. Okay. Okay, we found them. All right. Whoops. Now I'm just dropping everything. Okay. Let's see. No, Daisy's in her bed. Calm, finally. As she should be. All right. I will play with the little half. Whoops. I'll play with the half stitches off camera at my discretion. But for now, let's go ahead and close this off, right? Let's finish this. All right. This is the final project, right? This is our heart. Let's put it on our cup. This is our cup. I fed it all the way through. I'm going to bring it up so that it's inside. And I'm going to flip this inside out so you guys can see it in a moment. But let me just show you what it would look like on a cup. Give or take, right? This is our cup. Good God. This is harder to do because my thumb is broken. It's not broken, but you know what I mean. I'm exaggerating. This is what she looks like on the cup. Okay? All right, now that we're done, I'm going to loosen this because it got really tight. This is what it looks like when it's super tight. You barely see it. You remove my cup out of the way. It started snowing yesterday afternoon and it stopped today around 1. Oh, wow. No, she's in her bed minding her business. I would love to. So I don't have any orders for them right now, but if I go to restock them, I do have some yarn left. If I do work on it again, I will definitely go live for sure. But in regards to the monogram blankets, I'm gonna post it. Hopefully it bites. It's gonna be expensive to make because it's very time consuming, but I hope it does go. All right, so this is the finished product, right? The finished pattern, excuse me. We're going to flip this inside out now. This was our original tail, and this is where we ended up our work. Excuse me. Thank you, Nye. Thank you, girls. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Sandra. What I'm going to do now is kind of put these towards the middle or meet each other, right? So this is my very long tail, right? We had an arm width and a half, a jazz arm width and a half of yarn. All right, I'm going to take this off of the screen. Let me switch layouts. Okay, I'm back. We had an arm width, full arm span, and a 1.5, right? So from here to here, and then all the way across. Y'all know me and my math. You can do 2 arm widths if you want. This is what we have left. So basically 1 arm width would have been enough for me. Your arm span is technically your height. I'm 5'7". The math, the numbers. Let's say 2 yards. Or a yard. I don't, bruh. 2 yards. Let's say 2 yards. I use about 2 yards worth of yarn. The jazz math is real. Okay. This is where we are. This is the bottom. This is the top. So you can have it meet in the middle. You can have one meet towards the end. Doesn't matter. Either way is correct. All right. I already have this really nice long tail. I am going to put it back inside my work, but into the middle layer, right? So we're not going through this. We're just going into that middle layer, right? This is where our work is. We're going to go down and over. I'm going to just take this to meet where we started initially, okay? I'm going to pull this all the way through, right? I'm not pulling too hard because I don't want this stitch to get tight again. It's already tight. I'm going to fix this. We need to be very careful of this stitch. You don't want it too tight. All right. What I'm actually going to do to prevent this from getting any tighter, I'm going to just put my my tapestry needle through that stitch and just kind of like as a placeholder, right? You can use a stitch marker, a pincho, bobby pin, whatever you got, you can use. You can't even see what I'm doing down here. I grab this is our last stitch. I grab the last stitch with my tapestry needle to kind of just hold it from getting any smaller. All right, literally whatever you have, you can use what did I just say? A stitch marker, a pincho, bobby pin, whatever you got to not stretch it out or tighten it too much to prevent you from doing that. Okay. Yes, a jazz width of yarn. Were you able to see it, 9? All right, so now that we're here and our yarn is where we want it to be, I'm going to double check this side as well, that it's not too tight. Our bottom, right? The bottom looks fine. All right, I might just stretch it out a little bit. Can you see? This is just being held, right? I'm just holding it with my tapestry needle. Okay. And now I'm going to tie this off in the back. I'm going to make this slightly shorter. Well, a lot shorter. I don't need all this extra length here. Now, can you still see? All right, so now now that I shortened it, I'm just tying this together, making a knot. Okay. Okay, I got you. Making a little knot. I'm going here, making a double knot, and then tightening it up here nice and loose. Making sure, again, I don't tighten this, right? You can lift it up some from the bottom, down here, and I like to pull it from underneath, right, to make sure it's not too tight. I'm going to make another knot because I don't want to lose length underneath. I just want it to tie on top. Does that make sense? There we go. So I didn't lose any of that bottom length, right? Only the top length is tightened. All right. I'm going to remove my tapestry needle. Again, just kind of fluff this out. Now what I'm going to do is that now this is tied, right? I'm going to put both of these on my tapestry needle. Same trick, feed it through. right? And now this, we're going to put it right back into the same hole that we took it out of, right? And this can just get lost in here. That's it, right? Pull it through. You could have made it shorter. I'm just going to leave it in there hanging, right? So it's just in here. It's in between. This is the inside layer. This is the outside layer, okay? Because I gave myself extra space down here, I'm just going to fluff this out. This is nice. There was nothing there that I need to fix. But that's it. We're done, y'all. This is our heart. Okay. Our heart is done. What do you think? Let me know. Be honest. Let your girl know what you think. Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, we're done. Thank you, Nye. Not hearts from my heart. Correct. Yes. I went into the same where this thread, it was coming out around here. I came out in that same exact opening. So sorry you didn't see that. All right, and that's it. Now I can show you guys again what it looks like stretched. Now that it's been closed off, right? She's a little off, but you get the general gist of it, right? And it looks cute. I like it. And again, it's an existing product that I already have, and I just added a little extra to it. And now I have these two, plus I'm going to add the cream to this burgundy. So I'm going to sell them individually, and I'm going to do like a set of 3, right? Something you can get maybe mom and her daughters. You can get for your friends, and you guys can, like, you know, have the mix and match. This will be great if you already have headbands that, again, you can mix and match, right? That kind of stuff. I'm going to try to work up a couple of these so I can take to the stores for consignment. Right? Great added piece. Just imagine there's a heart here. Nah. All right. Now, let me go. This is a little bit of yarn that was left over. All right. Now I'm going to show you guys very quickly how I did how you can make the pattern, the duplicate map, right? I'm going to go to do this, right? Oh, you can have both here. We're going to remove this. Can you hear me? I took off my table view, and that's why I think you can't hear it anymore. I haven't done anything. Hello. Okay. So once I remove my table view, my AirPods are connected to my phone. Once I removed it from view, it was gone. But because I'm looking at the screen, I can see what you guys are seeing. So thankfully, bruh, technology. Okay. We're going to move into Google Sheets. I'm in Google Sheets now. We're going to go into Google Sheets. Jesus. Okay, so here we are. I'm looking at the comments on my telephono. Let's see. Yeah, it's always with my cell phone. It's always. All right. So let me move myself to the bottom left because I don't need to be on the bottom right. Let's bring your butt over here. Can I move? Are you going to move? No, you're not. We're going to create a new layout. All right. Media slot. Is that a thing? Yes. We're going to put you here in the corner. Or this is going to take over the whole screen. Add item. Camera slot. Look at me making things. All right. We're going to put myself down here. Can I make you like square? Why are you being extra? Why can't you just be like rectangular? Can I zoom in? Bill, look at God. Okay. Y'all asking, y'all shall receive. All right. Save, I guess. I feel like I should turn certain things around. Bear with me because we're here. We are here. Okay. Watch you fall off the thing. I'm doing a lot, but you know what? It's okay because I got it like that. Okay. You're gonna be right in front of my face now. There we go. But you're gonna be down here. All right, my eyes are gonna look closed because I'm looking down. They're very much open. I said what I said. Save. This is gonna be called screen share 1. Screen share. Screen share face. Bottom. I'm making things. Bear with me, y'all. Bottom right. Because that's just what we do. I don't know. This is my new custom layout that I just made. Me and technology. Okay, here we are. This is what I want it to look like. This is where we at. Enter studio. Okay. All right, here we go. Now, as I said before, this is going to be part duplicate stitch. I was like, am I spelling this right? Duplicate stitch. All right, heart duplicate stitch. I will share this in the description below for you guys. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna put you. Where do I want to put you? I don't know. We're gonna put you here. I need to be able to see the comments. Okay. Not the little minus P sign. I feel like all my wires are getting confused, but it's okay, y'all. We'll figure it out. All right. This is what we have. We named our graph. All right. We're going to go to format. No. All right. I'm going to click on this. Right click. No. Learning curve. We're going to highlight a whole bunch of rows. Highlight them all. Let's go down to 50. We only need 9. We're going to go down to 50. Right click. Resize rows. All right. We're currently at 20. Let's do 25. because I can. Okay, 25. Now we're going to do the same thing for our columns. We're going to highlight a boatload of columns. Why? Because we can. Okay. Is that it? I want to go all the way to Z. Where you at, Z? There we go. Right click. Double click if you have a Mac. Let's right click over here so you can see the options. Okay. Can everyone hear me? Because that's my fear too. All right, we're going to go to resize columns. 26. Oh, excuse me, 25. Enter. And now we have squares. Look at Jesus. Okay. I don't want all of these squares. So what am I going to do? I just want a square. So after 24, we're going to just, I feel like if I keep scrolling, there's going to be like infinite. Oh, look at God. All of my squares. Like everything is square. Perfection. Can I zoom in? How do I zoom in? The zoom number. We're going to go 125. And we're going to go 150. Okay. Here we are, right? What? Okay, sound is great. Wow, magic, right? Look at them squares. Okay, now I'm just gonna pick a random place in the middle, but I know I need at least like 4 to 5 from the left, and then like 8 or 9, whatever. So we're gonna go down here to 12, right? H12. Excuse me. Burping and hiccuping. What is happening? All right, I'm going to do a color, right? Let's do this red. Okay. That was our very first starting stitch. Okay. Can you repeat? No, I cannot. Go back, please, and thank you. This is what I had to do, and it made my life impossible. Oh no, girl. Okay. So we're starting from the bottom, just like we did with the actual stitches on the coffee cozy. Then we went up and over. So I know I have 3, right? I'm going to highlight this. Fill, the same color fill. All right. Same thing. Where's my finished product? Right. So here we are. I'm just duplicating this stitch. We already did this. We all saw it. We're just going through it. Let me just take this stupid cable off. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then there's 5. Move you out of the way. I have 5 highlighted. Okay. We are going to, again, fill the same thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Our 4th row, also same thing. And then our 5th row, we have 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we have 2 solid rows of this. We have 4 space 4. And then just the top 2. All right. This is literally the same exact thing that I just did. All right. You can take this and you can print this. Okay. This is exactly the same pattern I used for this. All right. Now, clearly, this is not the same thing that you see on the screen. Our stitches are slightly wider. So if you even wanted a more, let's say, realistic visual, right, we can go one step further. Let's do duplicate, right? We could make our columns a little bit wider just for the giggles, because here we are, right? Let's do resize columns again, because that's going to be the width. Let's do maybe 30, right? Let's see what it would look like as 30. That's more or less what it looks like here. right? So if you wanted to do something like a literal size, you could do the copy sheet. Let me put in real life, right? IRL, and then map. Whoops, not that. Let's put map. Rename to map. I don't know. Y'all get what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Right? This is a little bit more realistic. I can even make it a little bit wider. You can play with it accordingly. But just so you can see, right? This is what we have. But that's the map, right? Let me make it slightly more wider. Well, I like it this way. This is cute, right? But that's more or less what it is, right? So we have the map and in real life. Let's just leave it with the in real life one. Okay. Again, you can do similar things. You can try doing snowflake patterns. Let's try just doing a J for giggles, right? I'm going to do the cross. Let's do maybe one here. Just one top row. We're going to do blue, right? Let's start off with this amount. I don't even remember what color blue I just used. What blue did I use? That one. Okay. I think I said 4. Yeah, it was this one. And then we're here. Here. Not Daisy launching herself onto the sofas. Hello, dog. That's my face. Now we just did an embroidery J, right? You can even go as far as doing this if you want. Like, you can literally play around with it however you want. If I wanted to put a J on here, if you wanted to do acronym ones, you could do a J, right? This is, what is this? Does it tell us what it is? In Microsoft, it tells you what your spaces are, like your numbers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Most letters tend to be by 8. So let's just bring this up one. I feel like that just looks cleaner. But that could be your J, right? You can go doing letters, play around with it, right? You can put a J on here. You can put your acronym. You can put any letter. We can play around. This can be infinite, okay? I just did a J like that, super easy. You can make it even wider if you like. You can literally play around with it. You can take things off, you can add it, take away. This looks way too wide, right? Reset. Let's reset this. I like this. To me, I like this better, but it's all personal preference. I'm gonna copy and move this over a little because I feel like it's a little close. We're gonna reset this. Ignore what I'm doing. This is not for you. But this is what we did today. To make that very clear. This is what we worked on today. This was just giggles. Okay. Let's see. You like it wider? Okay, bet. Yeah, definitely wider. All right, so I'm going to share the in real life one with you guys. All right. I'm going to need a printout. Oh, absolutely. And you can print this. So if we want to print out or a PDF that you can even keep on your phone, right? So file, where's the print? Print, right? This says import. Is there an export? You can download it. Download it as a PDF. You can keep it on your phone, have it with you, right? I love printouts. I would make printouts all the time for when I would make the monogram blankets, because I would just keep it in my little pouch with my tapestry needle and my yarn, right? It's the map. Swipe and swipe B. Yeah. But yeah, again, you know, this is again just something similar, something you can use, right? Excuse me. There is no right or wrong way. It's just whatever you like. Same thing. You could do a B, right? Let's say you have your space. You can even start the map. You can do an outline. Not me pointing at the screen like you can see what I'm doing. You can do an outline of the space that you have available and then fill it in that way, right? And just do that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is share. I'm going to do a link. Anyone with a link, all right? You're going to be a viewer, right? Copy link. And I'm going to add this to StreamYard. Edit. Where can I? Good God. All right, let me go into YouTube. And I'll add it to the video description. Content. Live. Edit. All right, save. It should be in the description now. Please let me know if you can see it and if you can view it. All right, that's done. And then we've been live for 2.5 hours. Let me know what you guys think. Please, if someone could check it out, I'd graciously appreciate it. Oh, I see people. I see some creepers in here. Hey. Not the animals. Perfect. So now that you guys can see it, if you want to make your own, you could literally file and copy, right? And then you can adjust accordingly. You'll only be able to view this, but try to see if you can make a copy. You should be able to make a copy, and then you can go accordingly. All right? Yes, Maria, that's a great idea. I'll go ahead and I'm going to remove the map version. Where are we at? Delete. Delete. Right? So this was 25 by 30. And then I'll say, you know, start here. Like this is row 1, row 2, whatever, right? I can do that now with you guys while you're here. Let's rename this map. Get rid of this. You're no longer needed. Let's get rid of you too. Okay, let's get rid of you. And then what I want to do here, this is going to be row 1. Right. This is starting point. Let's do, there's no right to left. This is row 2. I'm going to merge this. What did I merge here? I haven't been on here in a minute. Merge. Row 2. How do I say left to right? Where did I go? I went to the right in the video, no? So right to left. Yeah, right to left. So this is getting worked in this direction. Okay. This is row 3. Does that make sense? We have 1 stitch, then we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that helpful for you guys? Does that help? I hope this helps. This is helpful. Whoops. 1, 2 fast. All right, and then y'all know what it is. Okay. And then so on and so forth, right? Row 3. I want to move this over so you can actually see it. Okay. We are going to delete this so you know what that means now. All right, this is row 5. I want this to be in the same level or same box as this. Why? Because I'm anal. That's fine. Right. And again, now you guys can print this. Okay. I hope that helps. Right. I can even do a cross. I'm not sure. Like if you guys wanted like lines. Right. Like, what do you know what I mean? Like, y'all got this. I believe in Jews. I'll actually probably put in the individual pieces so you can see it a little bit better. Like just all the things. You know what I mean? Like you can literally customize this, change it up, clean it up, whatever you want, y'all. Right? To me, that's too busy. I would like the lines, but I mean, Like for the rose to see like what you're looking at, I'd probably do rose. Let me do it this way. No, I want rose. Yeah. I'm not even looking at the comments, y'all. I'm so sorry. That's just like to make it easier, right? Like it's just, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Whatever makes it easier, whatever's like, you know, whatever helps you get the pattern, right? I like that. So yeah, I've added instructions, and then let me just write instructions here. Okay. Yeah. You could add the designs on the here by clicking on the borders. You would have to highlight it accordingly. And then you would want to do like this one would do all of them. You could do just the inner borders, you could do just the lines, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Because when you do print this, sometimes it won't show it. I can do it on here, so it'll be easier for you guys. You could also do horizontal lines too. Literally whatever makes things easier for you. I'm going to do this for you guys here. That way, if you print it, it's not just like a random blob of paint, right? So that's that. All right, but then instructions are here. So you have your rows. You could even go honestly up and down. Literally whatever's easier for you, you do what's easiest for you. Okay. I've been on here for 2 hours. Damn near 3. I'm gonna call it a night. If you guys want to move over to Discord, please let me know. Not me looking down. If you guys want to move over to Discord, please let me know. I'm probably gonna work on the burgundy cozy with the cream yarn so that I can just get some product photos out to hopefully put up. We're a little over a month away from Valentine's Day. I want to get these out. I need to keep making more of them first and foremost, but I also want to just get them done so I can put them up on Instagram, on Etsy, my business page. I technically could get a Facebook/Instagram store. Have been slacking on that front. If you guys want a tutorial or information in regards to stuff like that, I can also show you how to do that. It's just going to be super cumbersome and it will be a lot of questions. And I'm okay with that. I just feel like it's going to be a very long live. So if that is something you guys are interested, please let me know. If there's anything else you'd like to see, again, you can literally add duplicate stitch to almost any knitted work. And it could just adds a little extra details. It helps you add extra things to your product listings by just adding something different to what you have currently. You know, you can do a heart, you can do a star, you can do a square, initials, you can like personalize it that way, right? Possibilities are endless. Okay. I'm going to let you guys go. Please let me know if, again, you want to continue. I will continue working, but I'm going to do so off of live. All right. Have a good night. Thanks again for watching. And then if you have any questions or would like to know, would have any suggestions for my next how-to, I will gladly do another how-to live. I know it's not technically Vlogmas anymore, but my last 2 live how-tos have done really well. And if it allows me to share my knowledge with you guys without having to do super formal videos, I love it. Again, at some point, I will try to do something a little bit more formal. I need to get an overhead situation figured out. I haven't with the new space. I haven't really finalized a new space yet. So I just broke down my my old bed. I'm still in the process of breaking it down, correction. So once that is out of the old room, I'll actually have space to clean, organize, and hopefully I can get an overhead situation perfected for you guys so I can do formal overhead videos. But for the time being, informal is what we got, so informal is what you're gonna get. But you'll get it a lot faster and quicker. I'm gonna stop rambling now because I've been saying bye for the last 3 minutes. Have a good night, guys, and thanks again for watching. And I'm not even on StreamYard to end the live. Okay, bye.